Scribner. I'm the Director of Strength and Conditioning at Converse College. Converse College is the only all-women's Division II school in the nation. Today we're going to be working with Cassidy Morehouse. She is a rising senior. She's on our basketball team. She is a shooting guard. So we like to begin our sessions with doing foam rolling to break up live facial tissue. We're going to start with doing foam rolling our back, break up any kind of tightness that might happen. As today, Cassie's going to be doing Olympic lifting as well as squatting. So first off, we're going to start with the back and the thoracic and lumbar. So she's going to push up, bridge with the legs, and then bring the hands together to expose her full back, and then roll back and forth over it, trying to expose any kind of that live facial tissue that needs to be broken up. We're going to put in about 10 rolls on each section as we go through this today. There you go, good. Bridged up. Nice. Good, nice and tight. Right, good. So next up, we're going to go straight into glutes. So what we'll do is she will cross one leg, the leg that is crossed, that's the side she is trying to deepen the myofascial breakup in. So as you can see, she's leaning towards that side, she's working on any muscle knots she might have. Once again, this is all muscle release here, trying to get ready for those squats and those cleans. Good, good. A couple more, and then we'll rotate to the other side. And as we go through this today, one of the biggest things, we like to start with the top of the body and work towards the bottom of the body, trying to break up anything and work down our body line. Good. Next, we're going to roll straight into the hamstring, so we're just going to go straight on down. Okay? You have the choice, you can do it one leg at a time, two legs at a time. It really depends on the athlete, what they need. If you do one leg at a time, you can usually get in a little bit deeper. So we kind of leave that up to the athlete's discretion on how sore they are. And once again, if you ever want to apply more pressure in this position, you can always cross the other leg over. It's a lot more on your hands, but it'll apply more pressure to that muscle that you're trying to break up and all that tissue you're trying to break up. Great, so if you're never going to roll over, we're going to do the quads. Once again, it's up to you. Since these are small foam rollers, you can do one at a time or two. Just make sure when you're doing this, you only go from the top of the knee, not touching the kneecap, all the way up to probably an inch or so away from the groin area. And where the hip flexor meets right there. Good. Nice. A couple more. Alright, straight from there we're going to roll over, we're going to get the IT band. So, as you see, she'll make what we call a figure four, she'll cross the leg, and that's applying all the pressure down on her IT band. Once again, you want to go straight from basically the hip bone all the way down to the side of the knee. Most kids, this will hurt more and more, especially if they're sore, but it's great to actually extend and break up before we get into squatting, make it more, in a sense, kind of limber. Both sides there. And lastly, we'll do the calves. So, once again, this is a big feature, especially when you're squatting. You want these to be nice and loose. This will allow you able to flex more and get down deeper into your squat. So we always start, we usually do these one at a time versus two. That way you can really pinpoint and roll your calf side to side. Those are all of our foam rolling. movements, and then we'll go into more of an active stretch. All right, first up, we're going to start with moving jumping jacks. So Cassie's going to just do a normal jump jack as she moves down. We usually try to do this at about anywhere between 8 to 12 yards, so something like that. Okay, so jump jacks down, and then split jacks from the back. So almost the same movement, but she's splitting her legs now, so we're trying to get more of that hip flexor involved, just a little bit, and just getting the arms moving. All right, next up, Highland flames. So now we're really working on adductor, and just getting the hips, everything moving. So as you see, she'll crisscross her legs as she moves. All right, long striders. So big arm movement, and then you're really getting it growing, and you're also getting the hip flexor involved in this one. So opposite arm, opposite leg. It's a great one. Good. Next up, we're going to get a little bit of an explosion in. So we're going to go skips for height. Opposite arm, opposite leg. A little explosion in there. Great. Good. Now we're going to do it backwards with that external rotation at the hip. As you see, trying to keep that posture nice and tall, opening the hips up, a little bounce in the step. Awesome. Great. Next up, we're going to go knee tuck and hold. So everything that we do is moving. So in this case, you're going to go right behind the knee, grab the shin, lift up and through. Good. This is a great one. So you're activating the glute. You're also getting a little bit of the hip flexor in there. Good. All right, coming back, we're going to do what we call a walking quad with a leg swing. So you're going to pull up, stretch the quad, lean through, really get the hip flexor, and then swing through to activate the hamstring to end with. Since we're doing squats and we're also doing cleans today, we really want to make sure that our hamstrings are nice and stretched out. Awesome. Good. More. All right, next up, we're going to go to a toy soldier straight into an RDL. So you'll go up, swinging through into your balance. Go, swing through. This is great. So it's two key movements. Once again, hamstrings obviously on the toy soldier, and then you're going to the RDL. You're also working on balance. Nice. Next up, we're going to do what we call elbows to insteps. So you're really trying to get the growing here as well as the hip flexor. So it's like a very deep lunge. Some people might refer to these as a spider lunge. We call it elbow to instep here. So you're trying to get all the way down to the ground. At the very end, you're kind of keeping that head straight forward so you can get the lower back involved as well. Good. Nice. All right. Next up, we're going to a lateral lunge slide with a pivot. Okay, really reach for the ground. Nice and low. All the weight stays down deep in the heel. Then we'll pivot off of that. There you go. Lift this around. There you go. Side to side. As you can tell, our feet are both pointed straight forward. Don't let your feet turn out side to side. So on this one, you're really getting the groin in there, and then activating the quads as well. Awesome. All right. Next up, we're going to do these next two in place. The first one is a groiner, so it's just like an elbow to instep, but it's a little bit more explosive. And you're still basically targeting the same kind of muscles and activating them. So you're in that lunge. There you go. You jump, switch, hold. Jump, switch, hold. We're going to go 5 on each side. Good. Good. Nice. Nice posture. More. And the last one we're going to go into is going to be what we call a drop squat. So what we're trying to do in this sequence is just activate those quick twitch muscle fibers. We're going to do 5 of them. Okay, so feet together, jump out, pop down. Good. Pop back up, pop back down. So it's also going to help into that 5-metric range. So when we're going to do our cleans and stuff like that, that quick twitch muscle fiber engagement is something that we're really working on in those. Great. All right, so that's our dynamic warm-up, and then we're going to move on to footwork drills. After our dynamic warm-up, we're going to move in today and do a little bit of footwork speed. These ladies are in season. season, so we want to keep working on that footwork speed while we're in here. So first up, we're going to do an in and out. So Cassie's going to straddle the last phase of the ladder, and then you're just going to tap in, out, out. So we're going to do 2 of these. Here you go, good. Make sure you keep all that weight on the balls of your feet. Stay fast, and then we're going to repeat it going back as well. Good, good. So next up, we're going to go with the Icky shuffle. So it's quick lateral movements here. Quick lateral movements. You can shift it in and out. Put in, a little bit out. Nice. Good. All right, we'll do that coming back as well. Good, good. Awesome. All right, next up, we're going to basically, it's an Icky shuffle, and you're going to go all the way through. So we call it 2 in, 2 out. All right, so in. Good. You just have to toe fast. Good, nice good body control. Good, good job. All right, we're going to take that one back as well. Nice, good, good. And then lastly, we always try to get with a single foot movement. So today is going to be a single foot in and out. We're going to do 1 down with our left foot and then 1 down with our right foot. So this is also balance, ankle stability, and body control. Awesome. We'll switch, we'll go back to the right. Good, 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 good. All right, good job. Okay, next we're going to get into what we're going to start with our strength. And we like to start with Olympic lifts, and then since they're in season, I like to superset a lot of things. So to start out with, we're going to superset 3 reps of hang cleans, along with 8 reps of a dumbbell bridge on a stability ball. Okay, so the weight for Cassidy today is going to be, percentage-wise, is about 65 to 70%. Usually I try not to do a ton with percentages because at a certain point in the season, it becomes inadequate depending on their games per week, all that good stuff. So we try to get something that is pretty heavy and that we can work with. All right, so start with our hang clean. Hands are just positioned right outside the hips. Okay, hands are fully wrapped. When we do our hang clean, we go all the way down, we slide into it, all the way down to our knee, and then we explode, pulling the bar up and getting those wrists all the way through. Good. Nice tall posture. That's our starting position. Float, pop. Good. One more. Hips, good, awesome, good. As you can see, our feet can move all over the place. We work on body control, that's our biggest thing. If you can't move correctly with the bar, we don't try to overload the weight. All right, now Cassidy is supersetting the stability ball dumbbell bridge. So we roll out to your head and neck on the ball, nice tall posture, and then without moving the ball very much, you're lowering all the weight into your heels and driving up through your heels, and then tightening the glutes at the top. Big firm believer in making strong glutes and making strong squats. So we have a saying, big butts equal big squats. So it's important to me. We did 8 reps of that, and then we're going to complete 3 rounds of this. So we will do 3 of 3 of the hang cleans, and then 3 sets of 8 on the dumbbell bridges. After we've gone through our Olympic lift, now we're going to go into our squat formation. So what we're going to do is, for Cassidy, this is about 80% of her max. We're going to move it through a set of 3, and then she's going to follow it up with 1 box explosion, so a box jump. So what we're trying to do is go from triggering the muscle fibers from the squat into something that's really fast twitch muscle fiber driven. So here we go, we're going to tuck up under it, we're going to make sure our grip is right. She's got the bar right there on her nook, right across her traps. Got a nice formation. As you can see, we're box squatting. We always do that in season to make sure nothing gets hurt. We want to control the depth at which the athletes go. So the biggest thing is not slamming the rear end, going down nice and slow, make sure all the weight's in the heel and the knees not going over the toes. Those look great, rack it up, and then we're going to immediately, once they rack it up, we're going to immediately go around, follow it up with 1 good solid box jump. And then light on the feet, awesome, good job. We'll complete 4 sets of this. So it's 4 sets of 3 on the squat, supersetted with 1 box jump, with about a 45-second recovery in between sets. All right, after we've done our Olympic lift, and then we've also done our squats, next we're going to move into doing a superset with bench press, and then a simple dumbbell bent over row. Bench press, we're going to do 5 reps, but it's going to be an alternate. So when we do the alternate, both dumbbells are raised, we lower 1, push it up, and then lower the other one and push it up. So we're working on stability at the top of this, as well as working our chest. Okay, so great, push them up. Good, all right. One, pop it up. Good, lower the other. Nice. A lot of core stability in this movement, so we really like it while we're in season. We don't do a ton of barbell benching here. We do a lot of dumbbell benching because I like to be able to incorporate as many muscle groups and engagements in as possible. Nice, good. Here you go, breathe out, lower, pop it up. Once again, you can see our elbows didn't fly out. She had a nice, good, solid core on that. And then we're gonna go straight into our superset with the dumbbell rows. All right, so with the rows, we'll put one leg on the bench, another foot back, nice calm posture, and then we're pulling up and through. Okay, so we're always acting like we're cranking out lawnmower. We're not jerking or anything like that. We're really engaging the lat right here. Nice, we're gonna do 8 reps each side. Good. Awesome. We'll go to the other side. Work. You can see that elbow staying nice and tight. You don't let it flare out. Down, good, almost done. We'll do 3 rounds of this movement, and then we'll do 5 again on the bench press, 8 on the rows with about a 45-second rest in between. Okay, after we get done with our bench and everything and our supersetting with our dumbbell rows, we're going to go straight into our dumbbell complex. We're going to do a thumbs up frontal raise, straight into a lateral raise, and then finish it up with a bent over raise. All right, ready guys? Thumbs up, good. We're stopping right at shoulder height as you can see. Then bend over, keep the elbows a little bent, and then we'll go right back into it. So she's going to do 6 rounds of this. The weight shouldn't be too heavy. We're working on a little bit of the endurance aspect here. Once again, she's a shooting guard, basketball. She might rebound. We work a lot on the shoulders and the stability of the shoulders because you never know, that's when you can get really injured when you're grabbing a rebound, somebody yanks it away from you. So we want to focus on making the shoulders nice and strong. We're also hitting the deltoid frontal and rear here. And we're getting a little bit of rotator cuff action as well. Good. Good. Once we've gotten through our main movements, so we've done our squat, we've done our hang clean, and then we've done our bench press and shoulder complex, we like to do something called game day guns. So Cassie's going to start out, she's going to do a rotating bicep curl. She's going to start with her palms up, and then she's going to go down and do a thumbs up. So basically a regular curl straight into a hammer curl. We're going to do 3 sets of 8 on this. Working. Nice. As you can see, her elbows are in tight. She's got the shoulder blades pinched together. Chest is poked out. Make sure we're putting all the emphasis on the triceps and not on the shoulders. Good. Go, keep working. Don't smile. That's good. Good, almost done. All right. So the second phase of our game day guns, we're going to do tricep skull crushers with dumbbells. We're going to do 8 reps of those, and then we're going to superset it straight into what I call a chest pass and fall. So here we go. 8 reps. So Cassie's going to secure them up and then hinge at the elbows. Now nice and slow, then we're going to pop them up. We're going to keep the heels, as you can see, straight down on the ground. Good core engagement, and then breathing out on the way up. Good. Go. Almost there. Alright, cool. Alright, we'll raise right up, set those down. Go ahead and have a seat right here. So we're doing this with the 8-pound medicine ball. So what Cassie's going to do, she's on her knees. She's going to keep the elbows in nice and tight. She's going to throw it so hard at me with the chest back, she's going to fall straight into a push-up and then explode back up. Ready? Good. Let's go. We're doing 6 of these. Nice. Good job. 3 more. Push it out, push it out. Nice. Good. 1 more. Good job. We'll end up doing 3 rounds of this with, once again, about a 45-second break in between sets. After we get done with our game day guns, we're going to do vertical core. So some days we'll start with core at the beginning, and then some days, like today, we'll stop at the end. I'm a firm believer in doing as much vertical core as we do, obviously laying down on the ground and doing planks, sit-ups, things of that nature. So today, we're doing what we call a landmine throw. So as you see, Cassie's got the weight pushed up away from her, got the knee slightly bent, shoulder width apart. She's just going to throw the bar literally side to side, sucking in, tightening that core, breathing out as she throws it through. We're going to do 3 sets of 10 here. This one, we're only going to go with about a 25-second break to keep the heart rate up. All right, here we go with our second set. So 25-second break. We're going to go 10 touches each side. Go. Keep throwing, she's breathing out as she throws it around the body. As you can see, she's not hinging at the top. You don't want to go to the top and hinge. You want to roll all the way through it. That way you're having to explode, engage, and then also work on the deceleration catch. All right, and our last set. Good. Okay, push it out, push it out. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. All right, that is all of our vertical core that we're going to do today. Obviously, you can increase the weight when we're in season. We work with the weight, we change it up. It depends on how many games we're playing that week on what we do. Once again, like I said, we might do planks or we might do stuff of this nature. It just depends on if it's 3 games or 2 games that week. We're all done with our workouts, so now we're going to do our flexibility section. Today, we're going to do static or passive stretching for about 15 to 20 seconds, and then we're going to end with like PNF off of it. So a little bit of PNF stretching. So we're going to start with our hamstring. Obviously that got worked a lot there with all our movements. We usually do this as a partner setting, so pull the toe down and activate the hamstring. I like to put the ball in my hand right above the kneecap, and then I'll lean back until she feels the stretch. Alright, so once you feel the stretch, you're going to hold it for 15 to 20 seconds. Then what we're going to do is do PNF. So she's going to apply pressure to my shoulder. I'll show you how we do this. All right, apply pressure. 3, 2, 1, relax. Now I'm going to move a little bit deeper into the stretch and apply pressure. 3, 2, 1, relax. We're going to go one more time. Ready, go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Now she's going to do 10 straight leg raises. So just keep the legs straight. It's kind of swinging back and forth. Good. Depending on how sore they are, we can do this 2 to 3 rounds. I really want to get those hamstrings nice and stretched out. Typically, they come to me after they get done with their with any kind of practice, conditioning, simple sessions like that. So I want to make sure that they're nice and stretched out for the rest of the day. All right, we're going to move on to the other leg now. So straight, pull it toe down. Good. And then we're going to lean. Let's do it. Good. All right, so once again, 15 to 20 seconds. And 5 seconds. Good. All right, 10 leg swings. Good. Keep that toe pulled in nice and tight. Always try to encourage your athletes to keep that toe pulled in when I call towards your face, not pointed out, because you want to engage the actual muscle that you're working. So if I pull the toe in, you're going to engage the calf as well as the hamstring and the quad. Great. Now what we're going to do is we're going to roll over. We're going to do a band stretch. We're going to do 2 of them for 25 to 35 seconds for the quads. So we're going to large muscle group here. Good. So here, can you feel that? Good. Okay. So once again, if the athlete's in this position and they can't feel it in the quad, what you would simply do is just kind of hold and secure their toe right here, lift up under the knee, and then you would just raise it up simply until they feel a deeper stretch. But Cassie's already feeling it, so we don't want to intensify the stretch right now. Okay, we'll go another 5 seconds. All right, good. Switch over to the other side. Do that for you. Easy. All right. Good. And pull it in. Once again, 2 to 3 rounds, up to you, but 25 to 35 seconds. As you can see, she takes the band, she pulls it over her shoulder. There are different ways to do this. It's really to comfort. Then we'll go another 5 seconds. Awesome. All right. We've got 2 more stretches left. The next one, we're going to do a pigeon, so throwing in a yoga pose here. This one's a little bit longer. We're going to try to engage the glute, stretch it out. That's our main focus, and then it's also a meditation tool as well, because I make them try to calm down at the end of their session. So what we're going to do, you'll keep your back leg straight, then you're going to reach through, crossing that foot in front. You're trying to get that glute as close to the ground, so the right glute as close to the ground as possible. Depending on how flexible the individual is, she's very flexible. So she can lean down into it, and then I just try to get them to rest. So we're going to hold this one for 45 seconds. Good. So, as I said before, this is your second to last stretch. We try to end with something more calming. So make sure that if you're training in the middle of the day, they have to go back to class, they have the opportunity to kind of calm down before they have to leave here. All right, good. And we'll go up and switch to the other side. You may have some athletes that are not as flexible on one side as they are the other. That's fine. Simple modifications can be made. For instance, you can take the back leg and curl it in behind, like that, and then you can still lean down on the stretch. If you're more flexible, obviously you want to get to the most flexible point at this point. So, I'm going to shake your leg back up, guys. Good, good. Let's go about another 20 seconds here. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the last thing we're going to do today, there's different ways to do it. I did stretch out her calf a little bit when she was on the ground doing the PNF with the hamstring. But we have these devices called bobs. So it allows for 45% more either flex or extension on the calf. So we like to end our sessions with these. So Cass is going to perform 2 sets of 15 with a little pulse at the bottom. Just rocking back and forth. So we're really trying to stretch out the calves. With all the cutting and mobility that the basketball players have to do in practice, especially her being a guard, we really want those to stay stretched out as much as possible. All right, so like I said before, that's 1 set. We would perform 2 sets of that. That concludes our training session for today. So we try to run everything here on a 15-minute time scale. So when they come in, they spend no more than 5 minutes foam rolling. We go straight into their dynamics that lasts anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes. We usually do a footwork speed drill, and then we go straight into our lifting for that day. In the season, we really try to focus on supersetting. That way we can get everything we need to in and still be able to stay under that time. Thank you.